Welcome back, guys. So when you're designing, I want you to know something. There are two color modes. So you as a designer, when you're creating a design, there is a color mode to use for social media, and there is another color mode to use for printing. So when you're designing and maybe you want to print something out, you want to export something for printing, you have to take into consideration your color mode. So right now, when I click on download, I want to try to download. When I click on this icon to export, I'm going to save as, and having to save as, I'm going to have my JPEG format, and having to have my JPEG format, I want to choose the page to export. Let me say I want to export a page. I'm just going to choose page one to export, and that will be done. And right here, I have everything. I have all the formats and all that. So we have all this. So you have the file type, which is JPEG. You could check PNG. You have the file type, which is PNG, but right now we are using JPEG. And JPEG, there are different color modes. Like I said, there are different color modes, so you could save your download settings and all that. But in terms of color mode, there are two color modes. There's RGB and there's RGB and there is CMYK. So when I check something like this, I'm going to check my PDF, and yes, we have all this. So yes, the PDF for printing. Yeah, this is where I want to come. So when you check your color profile, when you're printing something out, you have to export in PDF print. That's when you're doing the design on Canva. But in other design platforms, you can choose your color mode. But here on Canva, you have to export it as a PDF print, and you're going to export it as CMYK. You're not going to export it as RGB. RGB is used for social media. So most of what we export from Canva are in RGB because they are meant to be used on social media. But when you are going for printing, and which is for professional printing, you have to use your CMYK, and you cannot use CMYK without having a premium offer, without having a Canva premium. I'm just showing you what you have to do as a designer. So if you have to subscribe, you have to subscribe. If you don't have to, if it's just social media stuff you're working on, you don't need to subscribe. But if you are trying to print them out, you need to subscribe so that you can have different color modes to use. So like I said, CMYK is good for printing and all that. So you could easily search the best color mode for printing, the best color mode for printing. Yes, so I'll say the best color mode for printing, for printed image. So let's just say printing. You see we have two color codes, and here it is. We have two color modes, and here it is. CMYK is the best. So you could see CMYK is the color space for printed material. So you should be using the CMYK color profile for any design that will be physically printed. So that's something I want to pinpoint before we proceed. I hope to see you in the next lesson. See you there.